Hello everyone and welcome to another episode with your girl Audrey Codner from ACG Math Tutoring. How are you doing? So right now, I know now how many buckets of water I need to pull out from my well before it overflows. Hey, but here we are. So what we're going to do today, you're like, ooh, Audrey, everything's blank. What is happening? Are you good, girl? I'm here. But what we're actually going to be doing is like an extension of what I'm doing for our course that's going on. So anyone keep hearing me talking about the summer math course to help people with their GED, the ASVAB, the ACCUPLACER, and the TEAS test? Well, there is one section, not only during the course, but also I had a couple sessions today, which, thank God. We need to talk about this thing called integers. Okay, so we're going to do integers operations. And when I say that, this is going to be of basic algebra. Just want to let you know. And some of it you're probably going to say, Audrey, this is so easy. Like, what are we doing? I'm going to tell you then this is not the night. You might want to go ahead and scroll. Because if you don't get the foundations down, I don't care if you're going to pre-calculus, Calc AB, Calc BC. If you don't understand the rules of integers, it's going to be a long, and I do mean a long school year for you next year. Even though you just got out of school, but guess what? It's time for you to come right back in. All right. Hey, everyone. Thank you for coming in. So like I said, we really need to get a good grip on understanding, like adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing integers. So when we have the same sign, okay, so that means, say we're adding together two terms and both of them are negative. When you're adding the same signs, all you're going to do is you're going to add and then keep the signs. Okay, so all these things I'm going to actually show you examples. Okay, so if both terms are positive, you're going to add them together and your answer is going to be positive. If both terms are negative, you're going to add them together and keep the negative. But then, what happens if you have different signs? So when you have different signs, you are going to subtract and then take the sign of the larger number. Okay, so that's basically what you're going to do, especially for adding and subtracting. This is what they do. They put a whole bunch of stuff, especially with the orders of operations, and they always do like minus and negative. Okay, what do you do when you see minus and negative? What do you do when you see a negative that's being squared? All those little bits and pieces, it's almost like you have to say to yourself, well, there's an order for us to get up in the morning and to get dressed. All right. So I know there was a time back in the 90s, thank you, Madonna, that we went out and wore our bras outside of our shirts. That was a good time. That was good times back then. But now, if I try to do that at my rightful age of 52, people are going to want to commit me. They're like, girl, she lost it. She wearing her bra outside her clothes. But back in the 90s, that was something to do. And slip dresses, I think they're trying to bring those things back too. Why? Why? Telling that it's human nature. Why? Why? Telling that is human nature. Why? All right. So we have negative 43 minus 71. Okay? I don't know. I like this example. So if we have negative 43 minus 71, another way that you can approach it is you can do, since it's subtraction, you can do keep, change, flip. So what I mean by that, I'm going to keep my negative 43. I'm going to change that minus sign to a plus sign. And then the 71, which is going to be positive, because if I'm splitting these two up, I can treat it like a positive 71. Now it's going to be negative 71. So with that being said, now they're both the same signs. They're both negative. So when they're both the same sign, all we're going to do is add and then keep the signage. So I'm going to keep my sign, which is negative, and then this is 114. Okay? So sometimes we need to understand these rules. Okay? I love you dearly. But if you can't get this, it's going to be hard for you to get through Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, Pre-Calculus, Calc AB, Calc BC, okay? Even AP Pre-Calculus, and whatever they're going to make up for next year, okay? Because who knows what's going to happen. But we really have to understand these basics. And if you think about it, you're like, oh, well, where am I going to do this in real life? Well, here you go, genius. All right, you owe me $43. For some sick and twisted reason, you asked for more money, so now you owe me $71 on top of the $43 that you owe me. So now you owe me $114. So if you think of it like that, you'll be able to break down almost any concept. Make the association to money. So if I could, let's say, let me just get down to the heart of it. If I say negative 40, okay, minus a negative 18. Okay, so negative 40 minus a negative 18. Okay. First glance, you're probably saying, oh, the signs are the same. No, they're not. Because this is what's happening. This section right here, when you minus a negative, okay? When you minus a negative, it actually turns to a positive number. And it'll be a positive 18. So basically, since this was subtraction, you could think of it like this. You're going to keep the negative 40. You're going to change that minus to a plus, and then you're going to flip the signage of the last term. Oops, where'd my green go? Here it goes. So this negative 40 comes on down. All right. So this is what's really happening, okay? So you're keeping that first term. You're going to change that minus to a plus. And the parenthesis is just, I know a lot of people when they see parentheses, it's multiplication. And I'm like, in a way it is kind of like multiplication. If you think of it, a negative times a negative gives you a positive. Only in math, when two negative things could give you a positive, right? Only in math. So now we have a negative 40 plus 18. Are we going to add them together or are we going to subtract them? Put it in the chat. Are we going to add them or we're going to subtract them? Okay. It's okay, Marge. Hey! How are you, Renee? Yes, we're going to subtract. It says add, but this is a negative, this is a positive. So the signs are different. When the signs are different, you are subtracting. Okay, good. Hey, Janice. Yes. Yeah, Jamie. Yes. Good. Subtract. Yes. True Blue. Sub. Yes. See what I mean? It's okay, March. It's all right. See, here's my thing. It's best to make mistakes in front of friends and learn and develop from it, okay? Instead of like, all right, I'm never going to say anything ever again. No, I still want you to participate. Keep it up, okay? All right, so you're saying negative 22. It's like, I knew that one. Okay. All right, so since the signs are different, we are going to subtract. So ignoring the negative symbol for a second. So what's 40 minus 18? Jamie, I already got you. My daughter today. Okay. Okay. Just checking up on you. I'm going to try to put the video up tonight before I pass out. Okay. So, hey, Aaron. All right. So 40 minus 18, that gives me a 22. Okay. Because remember, we're going to have to borrow from the 4 to make this 0 into a 10. 10 minus 8 gives me 2. And now it's going to be 3 minus 1. That gives me a 2. But which number is bigger, the 40 or the 18? Oh, that'd be great. All right, Renee, that'd be awesome. Okay, not looking at the signs, not looking at the value, just the number itself. So is 40 or 18 bigger? Which one's bigger? Okay. Okay, the 40. Okay, 40. There we are. Hey, Melody. Oh, Melody, I need to talk to you later. Okay. I was like, I knew there was someone else. All right. So for the 40, since 40 is larger and the 40 is negative, that's why your answer is going to be negative. Think of it this way. You owe somebody $40. You pay them 18. Guess what? You still owe them. That's why the negative is there. Because you still owe them $22. All right. Okay. So this is what the thing, especially when you're minusing a negative, remember it's always going to turn positive. All right. Let's try another one. Because adding and subtracting, we have to get that down. Like we just have to. I'm going to probably do like 2 more examples of this type. So if I said negative 9 minus 19 plus 7. Okay. So now we're going to do a little combination. So negative 9 minus 19 plus 7. Okay. Hello, Vic. How are you? Okay, Jamie's saying negative 20. Okay, they say negative 21. Ooh, we got 20 or 21. I'm doing, Vic. I'm doing. Better than yesterday. Let me clarify that. Definitely a lot better than yesterday. Yesterday was very rough. Okay. Yep. So you got your negative 21. All right. Okay. Let's take a look. So when we do these, it's best to do it step by step. And we're going to start from the left-hand side going to the right. So I'm going to cover up this plus 7 just for a second. So now I have negative 9 minus 19. So since they are both negative, because remember this minus sign acts as a negative at times. So since both of them are negative, that means they're the same numbers. And if they're the same numbers, that means we're going to add them. So what is negative 19 minus 19? Okay. Positive or negative 28? Okay, good. Hey, JB. So we have negative 28. And then what we're going to do on the other side, we're just going to bring down the plus 7. Now, are they the same signs? So good. There you go. No. Good. Good. Okay, watch your signs, Janice, just for a second. Because you owe somebody $28 and you paid them 7. There we go. That means they owe you 21. So it'll be a negative 21. Okay? You see how I'm going through it step by step. Same thing. Yes, the test is time. Got it. Check. Totally understand. But at the same time, instead of trying to do it all in one line in your head, maybe get your thumb. If you're left-handed, maybe get your thumb. But if you're right-handed, you can use your left thumb and write with your right hand. Get the first 2 terms. Combine those 2. Then you get that answer. Then you bring down what remains. And then you just focus on those. So if you had to put your thumb to cover up the other ones so you could just focus your attention on the other parts, do so. Okay? Do so. Because I really want you to make sure that you understand that you are not letting the test define you. You are using the test to get over a barrier, so now you got the freedom to teach, to speak, to discuss, to create as best you can. All right? So that's why I really want you to learn from all this. Now, last one. Just going to use this pen. So let's see if we can do this one. So this is going to be a little tongue twister. It was like, ooh, tongue twister. No, not that kind. And no, not that kind either. Get that out of your head. Okay. Now, negative 4 plus negative 5 plus 25 minus 10. What do you think is the answer? Okay. Thank you for the follows and the shares, guys. I appreciate that. I know it just seems like I'm like preoccupied. But let's see what you guys can get. Okay, so Jamie's saying 29. Sorry. No, Once you get your answers, put it in the chat. And remember, if you're not sure what it is, a question mark will be acceptable. Okay, so JB is saying 6. Okay, go ahead and charge your phone. I'll be here for a moment. Okay, Tree is saying 6. So we have something between 29 and 6. That's a huge jump. Okay. All right, Karma, thank you for your honesty. I appreciate you. Okay, cybersecurity, you're saying -5. Okay. Okay, Aaron, saying 6. All right, let's take a look. So again, I take a look, there's no multiplication, it's just addition and subtraction. So remember, we're going from left to right. So that means, let me cover up the first two terms. So -4 plus -5. What would that give me? -4 plus -5. Okay. Good, Cypress. We got cybersecurity. -4 minus 5, that still gives me a negative number. That's a -9. That's a very long negative. Okay. Everything else is coming on down. So we got the plus 25 minus 10. So again, we're going to cover up the last portion. So now we got -9 plus 25. So what's -9 plus 25? Okay. Cypress is saying plus 16. Melody is saying 16. David, 16. Well, hello, David. Haven't seen you in a minute. Okay. JB, 16. Cam saying 26. -9 plus 15. So here we have our 16 minus 10. Okay, bring down the minus 10. 16 minus 10. That gives us 6. Okay. Now, it's going to be 6. Because remember, it's -9 plus 15. So the numbers are, well, you can use it that way. One's positive, one's negative, so you're actually subtracting the answers. Okay. All right. Questions? Okay. No questions? All right. So that's addition and subtraction. Okay. Remember, if you have a question, ask it. This should be a safe space. So now if we're looking at multiplying and dividing. So with multiplication and division, I'm going to kind of share what we were doing today in class. As soon as I can get a piece of paper. All right. All right, so what we were doing today in class is just basic, simple form of notes. Now, when you're doing multiplication or multiplying and dividing, it's not so treacherous when it comes to figuring out what you should do with either operation. Multiplying and dividing, they're the same rules. Okay, so if you have the same sign, both of them are positive, both of them are negative, your answer is always going to be positive. But when your signs are different, positive times a negative, or a negative times a positive, a negative divided by a positive, or a positive divided by a negative, it's always going to give you a different sign, okay? A negative sign. So with multiplication, if the numbers are the same and the same signs, your answer is probably going to be positive, okay? And then if they're different, your answer is going to be negative. So it doesn't matter which one's bigger, which one's smaller, doesn't matter. Everyone has an even keel. All right. Okay. All right. So an easy example to kind of take into this. 25 years ago? Yes. Yeah, all good, Jamie. I love it. So, if we say negative 25 is equal to 3, what's negative 25 divided by 3? YS, how are you? Well, everybody's coming out of the woodwork tonight. Okay, negative 25 divided by 3. Say negative 15, Gail? I agree with the negative. Not so much the 15. No? Okay. No. Okay. All right. JB's saying a negative 8.3. Can we do 24 since 25 gives you a remainder? I want the remainder. Because on the test, there'll be times that they're giving you remainders. There's times they're giving you a decimal. There's times they're giving you a repeat decimal. They're giving you all different types of things. So I really want you to have the exposure. Okay? So negative 8 1/3, negative 8 1/3, negative 8 1/3. Hey, look, Cole. Okay, Carmen is saying 5. Okay, yeah. All right. So if you do the division, okay, first thing you notice, numerator is negative, denominator is positive. So the signs are different. So right away, we're going to have a negative. So how many sets of 3s can go into 25? 8 of them. Because 8 times 3 gives me 24. That's within the limit. So if that's going to be 25 minus 24, that's going to give me a remainder of 1. So your answer is going to be negative 1 1/3. Okay? So we get the 8 because we know that 8 3s can go into 24, but we're noticing that it's negative. So then you have negative 25 and minus 24, that's going to give us a 1. And then 1 over whatever your divisor is, which is 3. Hey, Andrea. All right. But if I have negative 3 times negative 4 times negative times negative 5. What is my answer? Negative 3 times negative 4 times negative 5. Kayla is saying 60. Well, hello, Kayla. I haven't seen you in a minute. Hope all is well. Okay, so Aaron is saying negative 60. Cybersecurity is saying negative 60. JB, negative 60. Lacole, negative 60. Is that Livy? At negative 30. Jacqueline, negative 60. Jamie's negative 60. What? K. Is that K Uncle? You're going to have to help me with that one. All right. So take it piece by piece. We have a negative 3 times a negative 4. Negative times negative gives me a positive 12. Then we bring down our negative 5. So 12 times negative 5, the signs are different. So my answer is going to be negative. And 12 times 5 gives me 60. Okay. Right. Makes it negative 60. Good. Here you go, Livy. Good, Jasmine. All right. Good, Jamie. There you go, Jupiter. All right. So this is basically what you need. Like, I can beat a dead horse, but I'm just like, 5 times 2 gives me a positive 10 because there's no negatives involved. There was no sales involved. Okay? So all we're doing, all this, is just to figure out, is the answer going to be positive or negative? All right, we're fitting a lot in here. So now, order of operations, it just basically takes what you just did with adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing integers, and they put it into one equation, and you have to remember the rules. So let's say we have 81 divided by 27 times 8 minus 5. So I know, yes, we're going to do PEMDAS. Thank you. All right. So if you're not sure what PEMDAS is, let me write it down for you. You have your parentheses or brackets. You have your exponents. Can you do multiplication? Can you do division? Yeah, you can tell I'm starting to get sleepy. Yeah, this is going to be a short live today. Yes, so we need to do what's inside the parentheses first. So 8 minus 5, not to insult your intelligence, we have a 3. Now, this is the part that gets everyone. What am I combining next? What am I combining next? Because this gets everyone each and every time. Okay, so Kayla's saying 27 times 3. Okay, cybersecurity is saying division. Jamie's saying left to right. Latoya's saying 27 times 3. Lacole says 27 times 3. Divide first. 27 times 3. Multiply. Okay, we got multiply. Now, all right, got a few of the multiplications. All right. Use your order of operation. There you go. All right, so we know our parentheses. We don't have any exponents. This is the part that gets everyone. And I've seen it here live on TikTok where people are like, is the answer 16 or 1? And they just have an example, and then everyone's like, no, it's 16. No, it's 1. It's supposed to be, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. But they all forget a key component. The key component is that left to right thing. Okay, you have to collect that. So that means we're doing the division first. Okay, you have to go left to right. So just because it says multiplication and division, it all depends what shows up first when you go from left to right. Okay. So now let's take a look. What is 81 divided by 27? Okay, most of you guys giving me. So we got our 3. But then we'll do our square root of 3. And that's square root of 3. See, I'm getting very loopy. I'm going to need to wrap this up soon. All right, so 81 divided by 27. Since from left to right, we have to do division. If it was like, say, if this was a plus sign, yes, do the multiplication. Because multiplication and division comes before addition and subtraction. So 81 divided by 27 gives me 3. Then we bring down the other 3. 3 times 3 gives me 9. Okay, so your solution for that is 9. Okay. Just really lightheaded all of a sudden. That's all right. So here we go. I'll put it up here. So 9 plus 3 minus 8 times 10 divided by 2 squared. Slide it over so you guys can see that. Okay. So still thinking of your rules of order of operations. Okay, still keep those in mind. Break it down step by step. Okay, cybersecurity is saying the answer is 10. And I know some people are like, how are you getting this answer so fast? Why does it slow down? It's okay. You keep working. You keep working. You keep trying to figure out. Okay. Okay. Take it piece by piece. He's using a calculator. Jamie's saying 10. Nicole's saying 10. I'm using my brain without paper. Look at you. Yeah, I don't trust myself at this time of night today, especially after today. Today was very busy. Very, very, very busy. Okay. So Teresa. Oh, hello, Teresa. Okay, Aaron's both are saying 10. Okay, Janice is saying 10. Good. JB is saying 10. All right. So we got a flow here. All right. No crazy. It's 4. Like, what? So if we take a look. So 9 inside the parentheses, the first thing. 9 plus 3, that's 12. And then 12 minus 8, that will give you, look at me doing math, 4. Bring down the multiply by 10 divided by 2 squared. All right. Now, what are we going to do next? What are we going to do next? Yes, we're going to get that exponent. Good. So 2 squared, that gives me what? Okay, so 2 squared, that's 2 times 2. Good, Nicole. Got our 4. Got lovely with 4. Okay, Nat got 4. Okay, so now from left to right, multiply that 4 times 10. That gives me 40. Divided by 4, well, 40 divided by 4, that gives me 10. All right, nice. Okay, how are you guys feeling about this? Talk to me. Okay, yes indeed. Okay, feeling good. It's easy. All right. Good. Well, I would hope so. Once you figure out the pattern, you guys can do whatever you need. What do these problems mean in the real world? You got temperatures, darling. You got organizing of temperatures. You got organizing of money. How much money is coming in? What's the difference after you pay certain things out? Come on. I love how everyone's like always asking the question. Get a new question. This time I forget. No, Melody. We're not self-sabotaging. No, we're not. No. Okay. Okay, good. Engineering, awesome. Yep, big time. Big time. All right, so let's try this magical number. I think I got like 3 more problems left inside me before I completely collapse. Okay, give that one a try. Okay, 5 times 3 plus 9 divided by 4 squared minus 10. Oh, it's okay. Okay, I got 2 answers of 4, 3 answers of 4. Right, 5 answers of 4, 6 answers of 4. Good, nice. Love it. Let me go through it. Paperless. Nice. All right. So inside the parenthesis, we got 5 times 3. That gives you 15. Bring down the plus 9. So then once you do with your 15 plus that 9, 24. But then look inside the other parenthesis, all right? Okay, so look inside the other parenthesis, then we have our 4 squared. So our 4 squared, that's 4 times 4, which gives us 16 minus 10. So then 16 minus 10, that will give you 6. And then 24 divided by 6, so how many 6's can go into 24 will be 4. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I think I'm going to be disappointing you guys tonight because I am feeling all kinds of wonky right now. Yeah, really am. So let's get one more in and then we'll just shut this bad boy down. I'm sorry, but this is what happens to high stress. Okay, let's come in here. B squared divided by 4 plus 3. All right, give that one a try. Yes. Oh yeah, happy Juneteenth to you too. All right, let's just finish up one more, Jamie, and then we'll say our goodbyes, okay? Let's just do one more. Oh, well, thank you, Pamble? That's an interesting name. You're saying 4, Aaron, saying 4. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, let's take a look. So, again, let me cover up this side. This looks like this is going to be the numerator because it's this divided by this. But here, what's happening? What should we do? So you have 4/7. Well, let's see. 9 minus 8, that gives me 1. And then we have 2 times 1. What's 2 times 1? People, what's 2 times 1? Thank you, Candy. I was like, dude, I'm getting scared here. Good, Teresa, good. Daniel, good, good. Everyone, good. Awesome. TB Solomon, nice. Sophia, nice. Hey, Sophia. Baby, how are you? Okay, Sahara, yes, 2, good. So that means this 2 is actually being squared. So what I did was everything inside this parenthesis, now everything's being squared. So 2 squared will give me what? 4. All right, so that's that side. Now, let's bring down -4 plus 3. What should I tackle first? Mom, make Mama proud. What should I tackle first? All right, we got 1. Good. Oh, not yet, Sahara. Yes, home division first. Good. Yes. So remember with PEMDAS, if you recall, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Okay. So make sure you're doing either multiplication and division before you do addition or subtraction. So here, we're going to divide 4 divided by 4, which gives me a 1. So 1 plus 3, that will equal our 4. Excellent job, everyone. Okay. Okay, I won't judge you. No, I do not judge. Okay, there's only one person that judges, and it's not me. Do I teach math? Yes, I do. I used to be a classroom teacher, and now I have my own online tutoring business. So I tutor students from around the world, and I actually love it. I love doing it. But we're also having, or actually we're about to close up on, summer math prep class. So for those that are thinking about getting their GEDs, like taking the test, and I want to say September, and you're going to have someone walk you through step by step and try to break these concepts down so you can remember it but not memorize it, because most of these examinations are going to be multiple choice. So, you know, why not just go ahead and do what you got to do into it. All right. If you are interested in that, you know, just message me. Just message me and I will get back to you. You can just message me and say me. Yes, I do. Yep. You're going to take your then do teach people for the ASVAB, please. Yes. Especially for the math part. Yes. Actually, or hum. And Melody, make sure you guys message me today. Like, you can just say, hey Audrey, just do a direct message to me, because there's been, I'm not sure if you guys see my posts. Sometimes I'm embarrassed by it, but I gotta get over it. I'm like short on my mortgage, so I'm trying to save my house, but at the same time I'm asking people to sponsor students that want to take the GED or the ASVAT. So I'm starting to get some donations on that stuff, which is awesome. So some slots are starting to opening up. And then I did change the time for a little bit later for all 4 days, because remember, we're seeing each other like twice a week. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, back to back. So that's why I do that. So, okay. Awesome. Okay, for nursing, yes. Especially like for the algebra piece, you know, all the algebra components. Now, Sophia, if you're also doing nursing, make sure you follow, let me see if I can find her stuff. Make sure you follow a blessed RN. Okay. So if you're not already following her, make sure you follow her. She's really good with the conversions, like getting those diagnoses or those doses calculations situated. Definitely hang out with her. Okay. All right. Awesome. That'd be great. All right. You're welcome. You're welcome. And if you guys are looking for a chemistry tutor, you got Professor TK. If you're looking for someone else to go over with T's and ABVAT and GED, you can have Miss Taylor for Impact Math. Her free sessions is in the morning, but her subscriptions are in the evening. So if you like look in the evening, you're like, why can't I get in here? That's what's going on. And then if you want to learn the abacus, you can do Learning with Lynette. And if you have anyone that's in pre-K or kindergarten that needs assistance with homeschooling, or even you're just looking for a tutor for your younger kid, make sure you visit my girl Nancy at Online Elementary Tutor. She's amazing. And then if you're thinking your kid's going to go into calculus, then you got your AP statistics or calculus, calc AB or BC. Robert, the AP math guy, is the person for you. Make sure you visit and just say hi. You know, he's getting some videos on there, which is good, and he's actually getting a pretty decent reach, which I'm so proud of. We had to do calculus. Oh, I know. Yeah, that's not my jam. Like Robert is usually my go-to person whenever I get like someone that needs statistics. I was like, or calculus. I'm like, yeah, that's not me. All right. So before I go and pass out, this is where you can go. I can only say it like this. I can't actually say the words anymore. It's getting ridiculous. But this is where you can go to get the replays. Now, for today's replay, give me at least till tomorrow. Because, again, I'm literally just about to go and pass out. If you want any private tutoring, I do that. Math notebooks, like the notebook that we were doing today's session in, I created this, okay? I have the dots on one side, the grid on the other, a space for you to put your formula, and a space for you to do your steps, okay? But in addition to that, I have resources in the back of the book. So this is a factor chart, so it goes all the way from 1 to 200. So you can figure out the factors when you're breaking down radicals or factorials. Factorization. So rules of integers, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. We got orders of operation. Does that look familiar? Here what we do in the States and also what they do internationally. The properties of exponents. Then we have the properties of quadrilaterals. Then we have a reference page, volume, surface area, and then the infamous unit circle. So you can actually have the unit circle ready at the willing. All right. Okay. All right. So this is where I need to wrap up. Oh, I know, the unit circle. It's like, I think now I'm growing to appreciate it because I had time to figure it out. And then plus with you tutoring different levels and all of a sudden they're just like, oh, I gotta use my unit circle. You're like, ugh. But after I do it a few times, I'm like, oh, this is not that bad. There's a pattern within there that I think I get. So, yeah. You're so welcome. So, yes, if you are interested in joining and you're just like, Audrey, I'm dead broke or I want to insult you. Trust me, you can't insult me. If you're insulting me, I will let you know, okay? But if you really want to join it, because I'm going to close the doors on Saturday. So if some people know, like I wanted to close on Saturday, but I think I might close it on Sunday just to give some people an extra day because I haven't really made an announcement again on that. So it might be on Sunday. I'm going to really officially close the doors on it. So you can, because I don't want people to start off because we're starting to get into algebra right now. So I don't want people just starting in the middle like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, now I got to redo all this stuff. So it gets to be a pain after a while. Alrighty. Okay. You're joining. Awesome. All right. No problem. So this is basically what I do. I take bits and pieces. Sometimes I take what my tutoring kids are dealing with or my tutoring adults. If you're currently in college and you need help, make sure you check out, make sure you just go and check out the link where my profile is. Because it will, I don't know how I should say this because I know they're listening. So it's a link there that will tell you like a list of stuff that's on my flash sale. So let's just put it that way. I have like a lot of things on my flash sale. Okay. For your cousin as well. Okay, that'll be awesome. Yep. Like we want to bring some more people, but at the same time, we don't want to overwhelm. Like I don't want to have like 50 people in there. I rather, if I do, then I'm going to have to split up sometimes. And I don't mind doing that. Okay. All right. All right, everyone. I am going to pass out. I feel it. Like you ever get like the jittery And it's not like I'm taking anything that makes me jittery. Like, it's been such a day today. All right. So you guys have a great night. I will talk to you soon. Be on the lookout for some other things that's going on that you can take part in, because I really want you to get your GED. I really want you to pass your exam. I want you to be able to show the world your greatness. And the only thing that's kind of holding you back right now is getting your GED or getting the ASVAB, and just really go ham and just do it. Do whatever you want to do. Okay? Life is short. A little too short. Alrighty. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome, everyone. Okay, going to bed. Sorry. Love you guys. I'll see you guys. Ooh, tomorrow's Friday. So I will see you at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because I go on during the day on Fridays. Okay, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, have a good night. Take care. Bye now.